Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl, Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So, anyways, we're going to talk about, Drake, one of his best friends, one of his closest friend in OVO. His name was Anthony Soares. He was murdered a couple of days ago. And it just like really like took its way on the internet. And then I end up clicking on this video, and I didn't know it was actually going to be the murder. Like, when I know that someone's going to be murdered, I don't click on it because I don't want to see it. So I clicked on the video. It was on TMZ, and it was just horrific. It was horrifying to see this young man, 33 years old. He just got dropped off, and he was ringing the bell or trying to get into the door, and then a car pulls up, stops, and then two men get out. He noticed the two men, and he tries to duck or hide or whatever, but there's nowhere to hide, and the door was shut, and they just started lighting that building up, busting all the glasses and just shooting this guy. They said at least 10 bullets was fired. It looked like more. And so it was just like, I just watched this man die. It was like horrific. And I know the family has to feel some type of way about, like, even though I know like maybe this video will help them get justice, or maybe someone would know the car or know what them people that was wearing that shot this young man, Anthony Soares, could actually give them some information. But actually, seeing this and witnessing your family member or your loved one killed is horrifying. It's unimaginable at for real. And what made me even talk about this video is because I lost someone just like this, you know, and on the same street. Like, this young man, he was murdered on Kennedy Street, Kennedy Road, and one of my closest family members were murdered just like something like this at home. He was shot 9 times. And it's just like, when I seen it, my heart just flashed back to the feeling that I felt when I got the news that my loved one was murdered and killed. This is really sad. And it seems like it was a planned hit. It seems like, someone set him up. Someone set him up. I was gonna say lovely, but in their book they set him up lovely. Like, after the vehicle dropped him off right in the hallway, it's like they knew the pinpoint. They knew the vehicle he was gonna get out of. He knew They knew the building he was gonna go to, and they had an ample amount of time to get to that glass and just started shooting and killed this man. And this man leaves behind, a young child. And it says this is what the detective says. This happened actually in Toronto. It goes, who is part of the Toronto Police Homicide Unit, said the attack on 33-year-old Soares has a very focused one. A very focused. The incident went down inside the lobby of a high-rise apartment building at Kennedy Road and Gilmore Ave soon after Soares had been dropped there by a friend. According to the footage, Soares is shown in the entrance of the building, attempting to buzz himself up and open the door when the two perpetrators ran up, firearms drawn. They began to shoot at him from the outside. Bullets sheared in through the glass doors and of the apartment complex. The glass shattered, and they continued to fire at Soares, fleeing the scene of the crime later in a white Ford Focus Fusion that was being driven by an unseen accomplice. Police arrived on the scene at around 3 a.m., where Soares was rushed to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds, injuries he later succumbed to. The shooting is reported the 39th homicide in Toronto this year. And it's just sad, really sad. And it also says homicide in Toronto this year. Police are asking for anyone with knowledge or information of the situation to share with them through the appropriate hotline channels. Hotline. And they say hotline, it just threw me off. Since his death, there has been no follow-up statements of any kind from Drake besides the aforementioned on Instagram post. In this difficult time, our condolences goes out to all members of the OVO sound team and to Soares family and friends. If anyone with any details surface about the murder or the suspects who are still at large, will share it. So it's just a really disgusting, nasty situation where like you just seeing someone being murdered, like an animal being murdered, like cattle, and you know that this was set up, this was something that was planned, and maybe they knew what time he comes home, they knew what time he was going to go to that high rise. When I say high rise, I'm thinking like a older person lives there, like maybe his grandmother, maybe an auntie or uncle, some that lives in a high rise. Because here in United States, high rises, a lot of high rises have, you know, elderly or people with handicaps in the building, and it's like they knew exactly when he was going to be there, when he was going to get dropped off, and it was three people actually involved: the driver of the car and the two shooters. And then also, if you notice in the video, that once the guy opens the door so he can get better aim of shooting this young man, he wiped the handles of the door. He wiped the prints off, because he opened the door with his hand, then he wiped the prints off. So these people, it almost seems like it's a gang. It could be hired, or just more smarter criminals where they're wiping off their fingerprints, and they did cover their face where you can't see their face, but maybe somebody can identify their body or whatever. Because what if there was somebody else in that same lobby with Anthony Soares? Would they still shot up the place? That's the biggest question. If the target was with somebody else, would they still shoot up the place? And we don't know. So you guys, this is just, you know, kind of like hit me in the heart. Like, it's like, damn. And I didn't want to click on seeing nobody, you know, get murdered like that. And, you know, people are already coming out with conspiracy stories saying that he was a sacrifice. It's just so much. Like, keep in mind that people, family members, may view what you say online, and it's too soon to say any negative things so far, unless you're from Toronto and you know. But he was supposed to be the most famous person. The sixth most famous music personality was shocking and sadly by the Sutton News caption on Instagram photo of his fallen brother with RIP, one of our family members. That's what Drake, you know, posted on Instagram. It's really sad. But, you know, rest in peace, and I hope your family get justice. And, you know, and I send much love to your child and your family, because it's sad. You know, it didn't have to go down like this. It's like, damn, people can't talk things out anymore. Like, what would make you want to shoot and kill somebody like that? You know, money grows on trees. Money, you can come around money each and every day. If somebody owes you money, you can't get it back if they're dead. That means that if you can say, I'm gonna kill this person over money, then you kill them and they're gone, then how you ever gonna get your money back? So you're already gonna say it's a loss. So let it be a loss. But no, we got to go with pride and reputation. And what kind of legacy you're going to leave behind, shooting and killing people for dollars that you can possibly make? Nobody's life is worth a bunch of dollars, but people get killed every day over $10, $15, $20. And what has this man done so bad where you ambushed him? And it was a setup. It was a setup that, it was an old school setup where they had it ready. And they did it they committed this crime at a high rise. Anybody could have been coming down them stairs, coming in or out. They shot up that place, but they made sure nobody was there. So what do you guys think about the situation? What's going on? What do you think? Do you think that, you know, what could this young man at 33 have done to make these, you know, men come and kill him like that, shoot him up? Knew exactly when he was going to get out? Or was they sitting there the whole time, was waiting all day? You know, they could have been waiting there all day or all night, knowing that maybe he's out and about. We're going to get him at his house. We're going to get him alone where he's vulnerable. And that's exactly what they did. They knew his location. So if you have, you know, any problems or beefs out there, just watch your back and don't slip, because, you know, how can you not slip? Like, everybody slips. Like, no one's on guard 24/7, 7 days a week. Sometimes you let your guard up and things happen. So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love. RIP.